The MLB is back, and you better believe we got some bets. Let's get after it. What's going on, and welcome back to another episode for Just a Bet Outside Baseball Edition, baby. That's right. MLB is back. Opening weekend is here, and I couldn't be happier. I freaking love baseball season if you don't know already. So, we're going to get into some baseball bets for Saturday, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way. I have nothing to fool you with. I'm hoping to give you all winners today. So, we're going to get after it. If you don't know already, every bet right now for me is only a half unit. Baseball doesn't have a lot of data out yet. Usually about a month into the season, the weather starts getting a little better. Hitting kind of tells you, better who's better against lefties, righties, all that kind of stuff. We don't know all that until a little later in the year, just like any sports season. So I say bet with caution. Don't just go all out early in the baseball season. It's a 162 game season, so take your time. But for those NBA people, I know you're wondering, it's been a busy week. Sorry we haven't got out the major videos or the daily videos that we've been doing. But we will be doing it starting tomorrow night for Sunday's games, and we're going to be doing it all week long through the end of the season and through the playoffs. We are on a 9-2 run right now in the NBA. It's been a blast. It's been so much fun. Winning is so much more fun, by the way. If you didn't know, yeah, I know. You probably all know that already. But this is our first baseball video, so be patient with us. We've just been doing shorts lately, and we're figuring out how we're going to do this. And I'm still going to have added plays below later, so be sure to check that out once lineups come out and more things come out on Saturday. I'm going to have more bets, you better believe it. A little more volume in MLB compared to NBA, so we're going to get after it. If you have any questions, if you are new to baseball betting or anything like that, leave a comment below, leave a question below. I am here to help you. I love helping people with baseball. I love talking baseball, so don't be afraid to do that if you have a question about one of my bets or anything like that. So we got a lot of talk going on in Discord too, and I help them out there. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a long baseball season. My Mariners just lost today, but that's okay. 1-1, not a bad start to the season. So here we go. No more blabbing. Let's get into our four best bets for Major League Baseball April 1st. All right, here we go. First Major League Baseball bet: the White Sox at the Astros. We got Astros money line of minus 125. Astros minus 1.5 on the run line is plus 152. The White Sox money line, we're looking at plus 105. And if you go run line there at plus 1.5 runs, it's minus 184. We can go over all that if you have any questions, but run line just means that the Astros minus 1.5, you got to win by two or more runs. Kind of like a point spread in baseball, but it doesn't get much higher than that usually. Over under in this game is 8 runs. I'm going to dive into the pitching matchup and all that, and I'm going to start it with my best bet while I explain it. My best bet for this game is over 8 runs at minus 118. There might be some books out there that have 8.5. I like the 8 because if it hits 8 on the dot, it's a push. You don't lose, so it does make a big difference. Every run matters in baseball. So we got Jose Urquidy versus Lucas Giolito on the mound. Urquidy for the Astros, 3.94 ERA last year, 4.5 expected ERA. So he got a little lucky last year. He's also prone to giving up home runs. He gave up almost 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. He was in the bottom 20% of starting pitchers. So, he can give up some runs. And I expect these White Sox hitters to take advantage of that. So you got Lucas Giolito on the mound for the White Sox. He was absolutely horrendous last year, guys. He had almost a 5 ERA, and his expected ERA was a little bit below that. But before that season last year, he had 3 years right around 3.5 ERA. So he just had a blow up year, some mechanical issues, some injuries. He just didn't come in shape. It sounded like last year. So I'm thinking he's going to have a bounce back year, but I don't know if Game One against the defending World Series champions is where it's going to actually happen. He played the Astros twice last year, actually maybe 3 times. He threw 8 innings and gave up 15 runs. Yeah, he got absolutely destroyed. I know there's no Altuve in the lineup for the Astros. It's a little different. But I just think both lineups can hit against these pitchers. I don't think any of these two guys are anything important special right now, to be honest with you. You're looking at a 4-4 game after 9 innings, and you get a win because someone's going to score in the extras. I mean, I like this a lot. I could see one team taking off 5, 6, 7 runs. So I like the over 8 runs in this game. If you are looking for some good matchup or good hitter, Alex Bregman is 5 for 17 versus Giolito with 1 home run. So he's had pretty good success against them. So that's where we're at in this game. Over 8 runs is my bet number one. Let's move on to the second game. All right, here we go. Game number two: the Atlanta Braves versus the Washington Craptionals. That's right, they suck. They're the Nationals. Atlanta on the money line minus 255. Washington Nationals money line plus 215. Braves on the run line minus 1.5 is minus 145, and Nats on the run line plus 1.5 at plus 125. I have two bets in this game, guys. That's right, I have two. So stay with me. Um, I'm going to go over the pitching matchup real quick. Spencer Strider for the Braves is elite. He is a Cy Young candidate. He was a rookie last year. He is absolutely filthy, just absolutely filthy. He's one of the best strikeout pitchers in all of baseball. He had a 38% K rate, which is in the 99th percentile. That's right. He is just absolutely bonkers. 2.67 ERA last year with a 2.35 expected ERA. That's right. He should have even had a lower ERA. That's what that's saying. He's going against Josiah Gray, who was also a rookie last season for the Nationals. He's second year pitcher. He did okay for the first half of the year, then started to struggle. He ended with a 5 ERA, and now he's got to face the best lineup in baseball. I just don't see, he should improve a little bit. He is one of their young players they're looking to get some improvement from and to kind of show some signs of life. So he's not a terrible pitcher, but he's nothing special, not, especially against this Braves lineup, which we all know is one of the best lineups in all of baseball with Acuna and all those boys, LZ Albies. It's just nuts. And by the way, there's not much sample size. Albies is 3 for 8 against Josiah Gray, but that's about it. So bet number one though in this game, I'm going Spencer Strider over 6.5 strikeouts. That's at minus 120. He struck out seven or more batters in 11 of the last 15 games he played in the regular season last year. I mean, this guy is dominant. He had like over 13 Ks per 9 inning, which is just like it's unheard of. It's crazy. I think this young lineup for the Nationals is going to struggle against him. Nationals were pretty good against strikeouts last year, and that's probably why you're getting this low line. They're actually, even though they were terrible offensively, they were a top 10 team in strikeout rate. So but this is a different lineup, some more younger guys in there. I just expect this. Expect this line to go up to 7.5, to be honest. So I love Spencer Strider over 6.5 Ks at minus 120 is my first bet in this game, and then my second bet for all you NBA fans. We're going back to it. It is money line parlay time. Braves money line is the first leg of our money line parlay. I just explained why, guys. It is the much better starting pitcher, the much better lineup, and the much better bullpen in the Braves. This is, in my opinion, the very best team in the majors in the Braves versus the very worst team in the majors in the Nationals. Enough said. Will the Nationals win one or two against the Braves this year? Maybe. I don't think it's going to be this game with this pitching matchup. So I like the Atlanta Braves money line for the first leg of the money line parlay. Let's go to the next game and find out that final leg. All right, here we go. Rockies at San Diego Padres. Padres on the money line minus 225. Rockies money line at plus 190. You go Padres minus 1.5 on the run line, you get minus 105. Rockies plus 1.5 on the on the run line is minus 115. Over under in this game is 8.5. Guys, it's been a weird series already. The Rockies won the first two games against the Padres. I don't know how. I don't know why. Well, I do know how, actually. The Padres have not hit the ball yet. They've scored 3 runs in 2 games against one of the worst pitching staffs in all of baseball. But, anyways, we'll get into this game. Jose Arena is on the mound for the Rockies. How about a 5 ERA last year? And he's been over 5 ERA 4 seasons in a row. That's how good he's been. 14.6 K rate is in the bottom 10%. He does not strike out a lot of guys. And by the way, in case you didn't know that and you're new to baseball, 5 ERA is not good. I was just joking. He is not a good pitcher. So, Michael Waka, ERA last year, 3.32 when he played for the Red Sox. He had a 4.25 expected ERA. I do expect him to regress a little bit this year. He's had a career ERA of 4.33. He's just an average pitcher. He's just a guy. He's nothing special at all. But last year was the lowest ERA of his career. He had a lucky BABIP, which is batting average with balls in play. So whenever they put the ball in play, he got pretty lucky. They only hit 260 on those. So, anyways, enough of the baseball stats. I know, but his K percentage did go down a little bit. He's just a guy. Like I said, he's average guy. But my best bet in this game, it's the second leg of the money line parlay. It's the exact same bet I made in day one, and I lost it. The Padres money line is the final leg. You pair that with the Braves money line, you get plus 101. The Padres cannot freaking lose to the Rockies 3 times, right? San Diego, I'm talking to you. Do not freaking lose to the Rockies 3 times in a row. They are due for a bounce back. Machado, Soto, Bogarts, all these guys are due to hit. And when Jose Urena is on the mound, it's usually a great day to do that. I'd probably take some hitting props with some of these guys. Maybe Soto. I took one with Machado yesterday. It didn't work out, as you know. But I just expect these Padre hitters to really bounce back. And by the way, the Rockies bullpen dead last in the MLB last year in ERA. That's right, the worst bullpen in all of baseball. They cannot keep this up. I expect San Diego to bounce back, win this game, get their first win of the season. You pair that with the Braves beating the worst team in baseball, and you get plus 101. I love those odds. Let's try to get a nice money line parlay streak going in baseball like we did in basketball. But that's my next bet. Let's move on to that final bet of the day. All right, here we go. Final bet for the video. Orioles at Red Sox. We got a Red Sox money line of minus 155 and Orioles money line for plus 135. Red Sox minus 1.5 run line is plus 120. Orioles plus 1.5 is at minus 140. Over under in this game is 9 runs. This is going to be my underdog bet of the day, by the way. Before I get into that, how about Adley Rutschman on opening day? Holy crap, is he a stud! He's the first catcher to have 5 hits and reach base 6 times on opening day since 1901. None of us were alive for that. Just trust me on that stat. My best bet, as you know, underdog bet of the day, Orioles money line plus 135. I'm going to explain it, but real quick before I get into why I like this bet. In baseball, it's not really about record, it's all about your profit. I mean, it's like that anywhere, but you're going to want to try to stick to around even money and a lot of plus money bets because even the worst teams in the majors win 50 to 60 games of the year. So betting heavy favorites is not going to get you anywhere. And that goes for kind of any whether it's a player prop minus 180 or anything like that. It's just I don't like to give out much more than maybe like minus 135 in baseball, maybe minus 140 if I really love it. But just want to let you know, throw that in there. So here we go. Chris Sale is on the mound. The man. They've been waiting for him for a long time. The big, tall, lanky lefty. Listen to this. He's thrown 48 innings since 2019. That's it. 48 innings more than us since 2019. It's brutal. He's 34 years old. Tons of injuries. He's not the same guy anymore. There's just no way he is. He is an unknown in this game, but I think he's getting a little too respected with him not doing really anything in the last 3 years. So he's not. He used to be unhittable a few years ago. I just don't see it anymore. He's going against Dean Kramer for the Orioles. I'm not going to sit here and say Dean is some stud, but he had a decent year last year. 3.23 ERA, 4.31 expected ERA, which kind of shows you maybe a little regression. He's a younger guy, I think 26, 27 years old. He's just, kind of like Michael Walker. He's a dude. He's a decent player. He keeps the ball in the yard, though. He's top 20% on keeping the ball in the yard, which is helpful. But Orioles money line, guys, they got the better lineup. It's not even close this year. I think the pitchers could be about even. Until Chris Sale shows me he can play a full game, until he can start dominating like he used to, he doesn't have the same velocity. Starting pitchers about the same. Bullpen. Orioles have the better bullpen, guys. The Red Sox had the fifth worst ERA last year at 4.59 ERA, and the Orioles were ninth best bullpen ERA last year. So top 10 compared to bottom 5. Better bullpen, better starting lineup, and about the same starting pitching. I will take plus 135 all day long on the money line. Give me the better team to win in the Orioles, and that is my fourth and final bet. Let's go to that bets recap page just to kind of put it all together. Here we go. There it is. April 1st, bets recap. Over 8, White Sox and Astros. Bet number 1. 2, Strider, over 6.5 Ks at minus 120. And then bet number 3, that famous good old moneyline parlay, Braves and Padres moneyline parlay at plus 101. And then the fourth bet, the underdog bet of the day, Orioles moneyline at plus 135. Whoo, baby. How about that? We made it through, guys. We did it. And we're going to have more baseball bets. We're trying to balance this whole NBA schedule and baseball. It is a lot right now. We got to get at least a few hours of sleep and spend time with the family. So we'll make it work. If you don't see baseball videos, we're going to do a short with bets. If you don't see a basketball video, we're more than likely to do a short with some bets. We're almost at the end of that season. So stay with us. We're getting there. I appreciate all the support. Again, if you have any questions or comments, leave it below. I love talking baseball. I'm hoping to get a nice baseball community in here. We already got a huge NBA following, so it's been a lot of fun so far. Enjoy some baseball, and we'll talk to you soon.